Hello from Delmarva. Welcome back to Shorebilly Farmer. So what we've got going on today, it's going to be kind of a flip-flop day. Not like wearing flip-flops on the beach day, but we're going to start the day planting cover crop. And we're going to borrow a neighbor's spreader, put our wheat seed in it, spread it across the ground, then take the Landoll, New Holland and the Landoll, and just lightly run over the ground, just enough to, one, knock over the stalks, and two, incorporate the seed. You only have to incorporate about an inch deep for it to properly germinate. So we're going to do that first thing, and then in the afternoon, after all this dew burns off, we'll be shelling corn at the house there. So it's gonna be a busy day, gonna be a good day. The only issue is the mill is not receiving corn today, so I can only cut to fill the trucks, and that's it. That's all right, we'll get there. My stallion awaits. Check her oil. Right where I left it. Oh, there's my jacket. You know what, let's let her warm up.
All the manufacturers.
Figure before we start sowing in cover crop, I wanted to go through this and grease it again. It hasn't been greased since the spring when we were planting corn. So I want to go ahead and run over it really good and clean everything up. I noticed that my hat, I washed it because it was a dumpster fire of filth. Now it's like misshapen. I might have to get me a new hat. It's a shame, I love this hat, but I can't run around looking like Officer Doofy. We got a bad bearing here. Listen, it's got a little plate to it. It's not bad. I haven't greased it yet, which greasing it will quiet it down. Let's go check the other one, but I would say I'm gonna have to replace that bearing. It's nothing emergency. It doesn't have a whole lot of flop in it, but you want to do it before you tear a hub up. Let's see what this one sounds like. Yeah, see, that's quiet. No play in it at all. So yeah, I'll be ordering parts on Monday. Get some new bearings coming. That's why we go, I mean, I've said it time and time again, that's why we go around this equipment and grease everything, put our hands on everything, because you find stuff like that left unchecked, it could be a very expensive issue. It'll wallow out the hub, the wheel will actually fall off, and then you're disking the wheel. So you would tear up a tire, a rim, a hub, maybe the shaft, and that gets very expensive versus maybe 50 bucks for bearings. Eugene's going to take a look at the wagon because we got to figure out how to get it moved from here over there, because I guess the tongue is not in the greatest of shape. I got to take the bush hog off of this tractor because we are going to use this tractor to spread the cover crop. Put the 3-point spreader spinner on the back because we can put the GPS in here. Because our fields are so curvy and everything else, it's hard to just pick a line and do it without the GPS. So it's easy enough, just throw the GPS in here and roll with it. Oh, she's a little low. Gonna have to add some oil to her. tractoring down the road. The reason we're doing this is the government will pay us to plant a cover crop, which is to have something growing in the field, usually winter wheat or rye, tillage radishes, to have something growing in the field through the winter, because in their eyes they see it as it is soaking up excess nutrient and phosphorus. Do I think that it actually does anything? No, I don't. But we're going to take advantage of that money. Where did he go? So we went and pulled the GPS out of the sprayer, took the planter monitor out of here because we don't need it anymore, and we're going to use the GPS to guide us so we don't overlap too much with the spreader back there. So I just got to work through this little conundrum of wires. All right, let's see. Quick access. No, we want to change that. We don't want it to be sprayer liquid. Setting. Vehicle. Vehicle setup. Nope, that's not it either. Implement. Yep. Dyno. That's basically saying that it didn't find the stuff in the sprayer because we're not in the sprayer. Control setup? Okay. Nope, that's not it. Advanced. Save load configuration. Load a configuration. Ha! We're getting somewhere. Tractor spreader. Okay, now let's see. Yep, so now we don't have all the individual sections, so I know we are on the right thing, but I can't remember what our swath width was with the lime spreader. I want to say it was 40 feet. This spread's 50. Settings, implement setup. Spreading, implement, full type spreader, implement width 60. We're going to change that to 50. Number rows 1, overlap 6 inches. Let's see. Mazel tov, it's a boy. All right, we're good. When you don't do that often, it's, yeah. You got to reach deep into the cortex to remember how to do that stuff. And we still got to get the antenna, which is over the house, and put that on the roof. So let's head over there. Our planter monitor and eventually the GPS, I'm just going to set it here for now, but we try to keep those in climate controlled environments, especially during the wintertime, and keep them out of the sun in the summertime because they use liquid crystal displays or thin film technology displays, which still have a chemical in them. And that's, as you pass electricity over that chemical, it's what gives you the colors in the display. So a lot of the newer ones are LED, light emitting diode, which don't have that. However, these older displays, if left outside, can actually freeze, and you can severely shorten the life of the screen if you don't keep them in climate controlled environments. And I've already had to replace the screen in that one that's now in the tractor, the sprayer GPS. So it does make a difference. We've started pulling them out and keeping them inside throughout the winter. And there it is. Let's see, I knew I had my antenna sitting here somewhere. Look, a palmer plant. Growing right here in the yard. Junk, garbage. You guys okay? I didn't lose any of you, did I? No, that was a traumatic experience for both of us. We'll get through it together. Oh. Now that I'm up here, I forgot to open the window to let me. It's okay. I needed the exercise. It's no problem. thought that would be a neat shot, but as soon as he took off, I instantly regretted doing that. I was like getting hit by a billion BBs in my legs. Look, nobody said farmers were smart people. All right, maybe I've said that once or twice, but it doesn't apply to everything. We do have errors in judgment. All right, let's get on Bluebell and get some stuff done. So the way this works is Eugene is spreading the wheat seed. All he's doing is broadcasting it across the surface. Then I'm coming in and lightly incorporating it about an inch and a quarter or so into the soil using the discs here. So this is really accomplishing, well, more than two things. It's accomplishing breaking down the corn stalks. So as you can see, all the corn stalks left standing are about 18 to 24 inches tall. Then after we go over them, they're chopped up, sized, and incorporated into the soil. Now this is good for soil health because it's basically adding food for the soil microbes to munch on all winter long. They're not just having to rely on the little bit of surface to soil contact with the residue that lands on the surface and the root structure that's left. Now they can actually eat on everything. The stalks that were standing up in the air are no longer. They're incorporated into the ground. They can feed on that. And there's still a lot of sugar left in these stalks because, as we all know, corn produces a lot of sugar. Hence where you get corn syrup from. But those soil microbes will feed on this, and that helps raise your organic matter. And as we've talked about before, the organic matter is basically free fertilizer for next year's crop. The higher your organic matter, the nicer crop you're going to have. So we're doing that. We are also accomplishing leveling out the field a little bit. You know, through the summertime and as the crop's growing, heavy rains, thunderstorms, equipment running back and forth in the same passes with the sprayer, all of that can cause the all of that can cause the ground to become somewhat uneven. So this gives a chance for us to run over it, smooth it all back out, and make it a little bit nicer for when we come back in the spring to do our burn down spray. And the other thing it's doing, obviously, is incorporating the wheat seed into the soil to get good seed to soil contact, so that way that wheat can start germinating immediately. So yes, we are burning fuel running this equipment across the ground. By incorporating this cover crop, it will grow better and germinate better and be more beneficial to the soil. You can see it does a really nice job, these discs. And I will say, now that I've had these discs for a while and I've run them, I understand their limitations and I understand what they're good at. I'm really starting to enjoy them. This is ideal for what these discs are made for. They're heavy, they're chopping the residue up, incorporating it into the soil, and leaving a nice seed bed for this wheat. I'm watching you. This thing knows when I'm talking. It might be time to clean up my toys. I think they're getting in the way. Alrighty. Well, as you can see, we're cutting. Pretty good looking corn in here. I don't know what it's doing if we don't have a monitor, but it's definitely that upper hundreds, maybe 200. Nice good looking ears, and it didn't take long to fill the bin. I've already dumped once. The idea is just to fill the trucks and then we'll deliver them on Monday because the mills aren't taking anything until then. So at least get this much done and maybe not have to work Sunday, which is always the goal. We're getting it, chewing corn. got about 8 acres done over there. Both the trucks are loaded. So the belt broke on the seed spreader. So we're done until Monday to finish spreading seed, which means I can't finish landalling until the seed is spread. And we're done until Monday until we can get the corn trucks emptied. So we're just done until Monday, or sort of, because we're gonna be playing with these guys tomorrow and cleaning up the shop. Hi.
Hi.
Oh man, what a gruesome bunch. Don't forget, we got our race to 1,000 subscribers with PTP Gun, free gun training, barbecue hosted right here on the farm. Let's get it done. Subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff. Tell your neighbors, your friends, your second cousin twice removed. Tell them all. We're giving away gun training here on the farm once we reach 1,000 subscribers. Now we can say,
Shorebilly Farmer!
you heard it. Goodbye from Delmarva, Shorebilly Farmer, out. That hurt.